time for our Thursday segment, Oh What a Beautiful World, and our segment guest for this particular Thursday, Stephen Henley. Stephen has served as the International President of Legatus since 2016. I was going to say he's a former Marine, but no Marine is former. He's a Marine. Thanks for your service, Stephen. Served in Iraq, by the way. He's an Ave Maria graduate where he met his wife, Krista, and they're the proud parents of 7 beautiful children. He started as the special assistant to Ave Maria's founder, Tom Monahan, before joining Legatus, again now serving as its president. Just back from an incredible pilgrimage with Nate Wine, by the way, of corporate travel, and I want to find out all about that. Good morning to you, Stephen. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great, and thanks for that very generous introduction.
Thanks for being on with us.
It's good to have you with us. We love the organization, Legatus. Thank you for your service there as well. But tell us about this great pilgrimage. You just back from Rome, went with the Indianapolis chapter of Legatus during America Week.
Sure, yeah. I mean, Legatus, was founded in 1987 at the inspiration of now Pope St. John Paul II. And from the very beginning, our patron has been St. Peter as the first CEO of the church. So it's always a special privilege to go to Rome and be able to really see the church in its historical nature, but also in its present day state. And it's just it's a beautiful thing. We had our Indianapolis chapter go for a week, and it was really at the after in 2018 we did a pilgrimage with corporate travel and Nate, where a lot of our members got to go, and they wanted to kind of redo it again. And there's just so much to see in Rome, so much of the beauty of the church, both in artwork and history and the saints that are in these churches. I mean, we just celebrated the feast of St. Catherine of Siena, and her body is there in Rome. And there's just so much richness there. And so being able to go there with like-minded peers, Legatus is an organization for CEOs and presidents and their spouses. And so you come together with people that are not only Catholic, that are not only running businesses and dealing with the same issues that you are, both husband and wife, but you have the same voyage, the same journey in the faith. So the fellowship and camaraderie is just a natural byproduct of what happens here. But being able to go with them and visit places, and I'm sure we'll get into a little bit about where we went, but it was just a great experience.
This was amazing, looking at your kind of travel log here, all the things, all the kind of pilgrimages stops you made. Was there any that really sat with you and really touched your heart? I mean, I can't imagine. There's such a list here.
Yeah, there are. And I think that's one partly going with corporate travel, and they have such an experience and connections with Rome and a lot of the folks over there. But then, Legatus also having its history and connections was a great marriage. And so
yeah,
always going into a private tour of the Sistine Chapel and the Vatican museums after hours with Liz Lev is like heaven on earth. I mean, that's just amazing because she is in her element. We got to go. Another one would be visiting the Church of San Clemente, where this traces back all the way to Saint Peter, and it's similar to St. Peter's, which is like where they started excavating, and then they started excavating more and more, and like they're just uncovering all of this, the beauty of the church. And St. Cyril is buried there. But being able to get up onto the scaffolding and see these very old frescoes and how they're restoring them, and being able to like literally be a foot away from them and kind of see the work. I mean, that was a pretty neat thing to experience as well. And then we had a little fun too. We had a little a limoncello tasting with the Dominicans at the Angelicum with a concert of the Hillbilly Thomas.
Yeah,
and this,
I love that.
That's on everybody's agenda when they go
Yeah.
over, right? I mean, that only with corporate travel. That's
That's an
fabulous.
exclusive,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
And
The
this
Hillbilly
week-
Thomas.
Yeah, this week has become, known as America Week, because you have really the anchor event is the Pontifical North American College's Rector's Dinner, where they, this is where most of the Americans will go to live when they're in Rome. And every year they honor a few honorees. And this year was Curtis Martin, who's a Legatus member, but also the founder of Focus in Denver, Fellowship of Catholic University Students. And then they honored Sister Raffaella Petrini, who is the governor, the president of the city-state. And we got to visit with her a couple days prior to that. And she's part of an order out of Connecticut, actually, here in the U.S. She's an Italian nun, but she is head of the city-state. And so it's a pretty amazing thing to be able to talk to her. She's got great English, but to hear kind of the things she experiences, because again, like, she's the head of a state, and she deals with a lot, especially when the Vatican's a bit unique in its makeup. So.
Now, Stephen, it says on the agenda or itinerary here, tours with Dr. Liz Lev. That had to have been fascinating. What a knowledgeable woman she is.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And unfortunately, because of, I don't know if this was a COVID, thing, but the Vatican has started limiting the amount of guests with guides, and so we had to split some people off. But we made it, working with Nate in corporate travel, we made it fair so that everybody got a piece of Liz, and she got to enjoy some dinners with us. But yeah, I mean, we got to do, as I shared, the Vatican museums, to include the Sistine Chapel. We had a morning at St. Peter's Basilica and some other great tours with her. She's amazing, and any chance you can get to see her live, I mean, she's in her element.
Stephen, thanks for spending some time with us this morning. Again, it's Stephen Henley, the International President of Legatus. Again, our segment are with our great partners, Corporate Travel. You can always look into putting together your own pilgrimage with them, pilgrimagesbycts.com, or take advantage of any of the pilgrimages on their site as well. Thanks again, Stephen. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you all. Happy Easter.